Cléthe le ceannis na hÉireann ag 2006, agus muo ag tuairte naig de bhlá clia, agus parc an crocaigh lán go bhéal. Éon ceiste bhí ann faoi aspa muína nó bhisnig fear an iarthar, ba geargur thugad ar freigra. In anna dóibh an taobh suas a dhéanamh os cór an canal end, ba I dró Hill 16 áid tradiisiúnta na dubs a cúdar. Bhí an 8,000 duine a bhí a láthair, agus na 100,000 eile ag fearra agus ag éisteacht ar telefís agus radio faoi dríocht ag an tús ba gráma túla riamh ribh cléthe pelle.
It wasn't planned, no. I think there was a few words said in the dressing room, and the words were, you're going out first, guys, and you have to go to the hill, or you have to go to the canal. And I think there was kind of a light bulb moment for one or two of us, and we said, we don't have to go anywhere. I remember going into the photograph, and, words is, concentrate in the game, boys, let's focus, we're all in this together. But I think the words that day was, boys, we're going to the left, and we're not going moving.
What was the reception like that day when you came down in front of the hill from the Dublin fans?
I have to say, the first thing I looked up and said is the net still there, because I didn't want to venture too close to the goal line in case we get something fired at us. But the whole thing is that the Hill 16 and the Dublin supporters, they want to make Croke Park special, and I think we really got on. They were angry that day, and you couldn't blame them, a few of them, for what we did. It was very cheeky of us, but we had every right to train our warm up in front of the hill. Mickey
Moran, he didn't seem to be too intent on keeping the thing going. Was he in on the full plan of what you were doing before?
No, Mickey wasn't in on it, and he was going mad altogether that we had did this, and as the warm-up was going on, Mickey was going around to one or two of us, and he says, right, we've made our point, let's move, let's go back down to the canal. And I think it's the same in Irish as in England. In English, I told him in no uncertain terms there's no way we were moving.
As Dublin posed for the team photograph, and you had already begun your warm-up down on the 21 here, were you anticipating trouble?
I think the whole thing, Dublin, there was a bit of a time delay in then coming out, because there was, won't we? Croke Park were saying go down to the right, and they were saying we're going down to the left, and we were down in front of the hill. And when Dublin came down, went to the photograph, and I heard the roar, then I said, right, we better keep close, because I thought there was going to be serious trouble. Yeah, I suppose the whole thing was that this is a passionate piece of ground we're on here. Nobody owns it, but it is, historically, it is the place where the Dubs, it's their home turf. When I seen Pillar running into the back of John Morrison, I said, jeez, if the managers can't hold their cool, how the hell are we going to do it now in the next 70 minutes?
What did you make of the game following what had happened? Was there a huge impact in the initial standoff as to the way the game continued?
The game was as much, it was as good as the build-up, because we went into a 5 or 6 point lead. Dublin found it very hard in the first 15, 20 minutes to get into their stride, and I think that the build-up did affect them. It was a big sideshow, and it was something different, and it was, I just think it was one of the special moments in GE, and not because, I suppose, it would have been still special if we lost, but it'd be a lot harder to take. But you still meet the Dublin players that day, and it's what happens in the grass stays in the grass, and as I said that day, thanks be to God, it all did stay in the grass.
For the holiday in the